For the first time in more than 3 years, the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate dipped below 6%. That was late last week. It wasn't a big drop, but area realtors say that it's already making a significant difference for home buyers who've been waiting for a better deal. So we have 9 News real estate expert Lane Lyon joining us here this morning. Lane is a realtor and managing broker at Coldwell Banker. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Every little bit helps.
That's right.
We appreciate that.
So we're talking 5%, 6%. Is there really a big difference? What's going on
Oh,
here?
it is. You know what? This has been kind of this magic number for a while. It's like a psychological mindset, I think. And really what it stems from, I think for the last year and a half, I've had a lot of home buyers who will say, you know what, I'm going to make the move when we get into the 5% range. And so the big difference from like 6.01%, which is really where we've been, Lauren, to 5.98%, not going to drastically change anyone's life. But what it is doing is it does signal to some home buyers stability, progress, things are heading in the right direction. And oftentimes that's the confidence they need to say, all right, I'm getting in this.
So this is kind of like the symbolic green light.
It is. It's the green flag they've been waiting for.
Yeah. So some people have been waiting for that perfect interest rate. Should they keep on waiting?
Well, that's another human reaction, right? It's like, well, if they're starting to go down, maybe I should, wait and see how low they go. The truth of the matter is it's rarely, you can rarely time the market perfectly. And that's with any investment. And so what I end up telling a lot of clients is the best time to buy a home is when it's the best time for you.
Yes.
So you're running your numbers, you know what you're looking for, you know what you can afford. And if that happens to be right now, then yes, I think you should act right now because we're in this wonderful window of time, Lauren, where we are seeing rates lower and prices lower at the same time. Because one thing we anticipate is if we see more buyers flooding back to the marketplace, prices are going to creep back up. Sellers are going to be less willing to give concessions to buy down the interest rate even further. So I would really give this some serious thought about not waiting if you don't have to.
And if people are not waiting, if they're getting right after it, let's talk money.
Okay.
How much is this actually going to save a home buyer?
Great question. So we have seen rates really, in 2023, we touched 8%. We've been in the 7% range. So I brought an example here for you, just to give you an idea. This is what we call mortgage math. And so if we take a look at 6.75%, that's on the higher end, but we've seen that in the last year compared to 5.98, which is when we dipped under 6. $500,000 home purchase, you put 20% down. You don't always have to, but in this example we are. There is the difference there with principal and interest. You got $2,400 compared to $2,600 even like a year ago. $200 a month adds up, but it also could be the difference between qualifying for the type of house that you want, maybe opening up some opportunities that haven't been there, or just giving you a little bit more room in your budget or a little more confidence, right?
And yes, exactly. My last question for you.
Sure.
What about those people who are at that mid 6%, or you're even talking 8%? When are we talking refinancing?
Right. There's a lot of people watching that very closely as well. The mortgage professionals I'm around all the time really kind of stick to that rule of thumb of about 1%. If you're currently sitting at 1% more than the rates, which are really right at 6 or just under right now, good time to call your loan officer. There's a lot of things to take into consideration, including that break-even calculation. How long do I have to live in this house to make it worth the closing costs to refinance? So you may be getting close if you're in that range, and it's always good to kind of get yourself armed with information, and we're ready to help anyone who needs it.
Amazing, Lane. Thank you so much, as always, for breaking it down for us.
Thanks so much, Lauren.
Appreciate it.